Embankment sewers. No, I thought that was a box, but I guess it's just one of these caps on the edge of the brick railing. All right. Yeah, sewer is the last place they'd want me. That's right. Well, yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe the part of the sewers where he was under a quarantine zone. I don't know. Yeah, well, I feel like there are urges probably that make skals tend to be aggressive and animalistic, but it sounds like Bridget has managed to either be taught or figure out on her own a way to overcome that, and that she is helping other skals to do the same. It's what it seems like. Like she's their sensei or whatever, right? Like their instructor trying to help them learn how to control it. So I feel like, just like with anything, right? Like with vampires in traditional lore, vampires struggle with a thirst, and they generally either cannot control it or they have a very difficult time doing so. But in this lore, it feels like maybe it's just skals. Well, not fully. I mean, like the Econ, like I have the choice to embrace people and stuff, right? So there is a certain degree of that I'm confronted with as well, right? I have to not give in to the darkness or give into it, whichever, way you choose to play. But anyway, and that's kind of like Rap would totally give into it. Rap would be like, yeah, I would play evil, man. Anyway, so that's kind of, I think, what's going on.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers.
I mean, he's a skull, so it's not surprising.
Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the skals, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed, one and all, and he's determined to save us.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both skals and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned skal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet Old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this Old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger skals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Spare. That's a big risk. If he gives into his hunger, this whole area is screwed, I think. I mean, he's got the innocent women up above helping him out. If he gives in, they're done. There's no way they're going to stop him. And then once he takes them out, what's to say he doesn't start taking out the Wet Boot Boys? And while you might say, well, Wet Boot Boys get killed, that'd be great. Fair point. But Sean is the pillar of the community. You can't let him go around ravaging and killing everybody or the community falls. I mean, look what happened with Nurse Crane. She's still alive, but she's a monster now, and that whole neighborhood, that whole district suffered. I don't like letting him roam free. I don't want to kill him, though. Embrace him. The blue choice screwed me in the case of Nurse Crane. But oh, frick. Let's just, okay. Let's try this. turn. So embrace in this is different than embrace in VTM, right? In this, embrace is actually kill and like suck them dry. Turn, I think, is the option where you convert them basically to a vampire. I'm not 100% sure, but they said that the skull has been infected by the master's blood. Or no, skull has been, the master has sucked the skull, or has bitten the skull and poisoned them, turning them into the skull. But the skull was not permitted to drink the vampire's blood. So maybe in turn, it says, you will heal through my blood. So maybe in turn, maybe I feed Sean my blood and he becomes an Ekon, or at least a more in control skull, and doesn't go crazy. Yeah, I think turn, because the other both of the other two options, I think, basically amount to the pillar of the community will fall. I think if I spare him, he'll go crazy at some point. Maybe not for a few chapters, maybe toward the end of the game. I don't know, but I think if I let him go, he'll go crazy at some point, give into the hunger, and the district is screwed. If I embrace him, he dies, and the district is screwed. Let's try turn.
A discoveries. Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what Old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth?
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now.
I know. District will soon suffer the consequences of your action. Sacrificial lamb. Okay, so I lost the 500 experience, and then I increased my mesmerize ability because I used it again. That blue is the mesmerize. That same one I used on Nurse Crane. Yeah, I don't like disparaging the guy's faith either. I wouldn't have even bothered him, but I'm just worried that he won't be able to control it. Like you were mentioning, right, earlier, like most of the skulls have gone crazy, right? I don't want to take a chance that Sean goes crazy at some point and frickin' rips through the whole district or something. And I also don't want to take the chance that I kill him and then the district suddenly destabilizes. The only way I could see out of those three is the one I did. But yeah, yeah, you agree. Yeah. I agree with what you were saying though. I don't like, Reed's negative perspective on Sean Hampton's faith. It's one thing to say, you believe that way, I don't share your belief. Like Reed's a man of science, so he's like, yeah, exactly. I agree. Yep. It's one thing to say, you believe, I don't share your belief, but free country, live how you want to live. I don't like the attitude of, you're so stupid for believing the way you do and stuff. Poor Sean too. Like, he's been through so much. His life has been just a constant struggle, right? He was an orphan, just dropped off at a church, at an orphanage, a church owned orphanage or whatever. Then he was molested by a priest as a kid. Like, what the frick, right? And then he became an adult and gave himself to the priesthood, only to have that kind of turn 180 on him, where he gets attacked by, infected by, and turned by a skull into another skull. And now there's this. It's, I'm going to have to either kill you, let you murder a whole bunch of people, or you have to drink my blood, even though you don't want to. Man, poor guy. I feel bad for him. I feel like he's the kind of guy who would be like, if it were IRL, I mean, not that I would want him to have gone through the stuff IRL, of course, but I'm saying, like, if he were, like, if you knew him in real life, I feel like he would be like an awesome friend, right? He'd be the kind of guy who constantly props you up, like renews your faith in yourself, or in, you know, or your resolve to do what's good. Any of that kind of stuff, right? Ichabod, Throgmorton, Giselle Paxton, Lottie Payton.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Red Rivers.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
What the frick? How did this guy get it? Old elegant brooch belonging to Jonathan's mother. Huh. Oh, right. This is... Alright. Enid Gillingham.
"29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district.
Cheap leather wallet found on a corpse, left in front of Sean Hampton's night shelter. Wallet contains official paper of repatriation and demobilization with the address of the victim, 29 Pretty Orchard Street.
Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Locates the man's flat in the borough. Search the flat. Okay, I still don't know, though. Here. Hide and seek. Oh, it is forward still, apparently, according to this. So basically I go straight out, and then we'll have why the man is hiding, I guess. Right, let's talk. If there's any more
Good
to
evening,
talk
Mr.
about.
Throckmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Seriously. Let's Not there. Nothing more there. Okay.
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
A vulgar log? Is that like a log that, as it's burning in the fire, starts telling you dirty jokes or something? I don't understand what that means. Vulgar.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Somebody's playing with me. The mother's brooch. And then the dead body.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
I don't know if I'm going to get anything new on any of these characters. Oh, here you go.
Lottie, tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill. But I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Throgmorton is the surname of one of the main characters in Sinking City. Oh, nice. Yeah, that probably, if I do both of those on Halloween, that'll probably do it for long games that I play on Halloween. Then I do VTM Bloodlines and the Sinking City. Those are probably the only two long games I'll do on my Halloween stream. I might do some other games that are a bit longer, maybe, like more than a couple of hours or something. But I'm not going to do any. I'm only going to do a couple that are going to go like, 15, 20 hours, whatever. Most of the other games I'm going to do, I want to keep 5, 6, 7 hours maybe, if I can, just so that I can get through them over the course of the year, right? I mean, I do stream now on 3 days in the weekend, but still.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
This was the life in London? No, it was personal questions. Okay.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Now I haven't looked to see if they've already released yet. My plan is if they've not released yet, as long as they release by Halloween, my plan is that on Halloween I will start Amnesia Rebirth and also Remothered Broken Porcelain. Both obviously are sequels, so Rebirth obviously is the third one. Although, probably a separate story, just like Machine for Pigs was. And then Broken Porcelain is a continuation, possibly prequel, but it's the next one in the series of the Remothered games.
You again? What do you want?
Giselle, I know you sleep at Sean Hampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course, but he gives me the creeps.
Why is that?
He's always sad, like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God and to give ourselves to the Lord. Creepy.
Not a fan, I take it. Okay, well, you know, stuff.
Giselle, tell me about the death of your mother.
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors. It was hell.
Hell? What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
Well, it's one of these two. Lottie didn't mean it, but I don't know if that'll convince her or anything. And if I say you should talk to your sister, she may not be willing to talk to her. Why are you in a damp castle? Yeah. I really enjoyed the first Amnesia game. I actually quite enjoyed the second one too, as a matter of fact. I did a playthrough in the first, I think it was within the first year of my... Oh no, I'm not going to tell you anything about it. I'm just saying. I quite enjoyed it. I did a playthrough, I think, within my first year of starting YouTube. I have a playthrough on there. Now, it's my first year, so sound quality is not as great. I have some background air noise and stuff. I also didn't have quite as good quality recording equipment or video production equipment. And I don't have top of the line now, but I have much better now than I did. So the quality is not as great as I would rather have it be. But I think you could probably still get through it. It's probably still enjoyable, hopefully. I did because of putting it on YouTube. I did censoring of like naked bodies. I mean, it's pretty much always just men. It's like they're junk between there in the general male area. So I did a lot of blurring on that, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, for me, as long as there's a compelling storyline is the biggest thing for me. Compelling storyline, which that doesn't necessarily include it. So I'll say, and characters you can connect with. So a solid story and characters you connect with are the most important things. There may be other gripes here and there about like a game mechanic or something, but for me, the most important thing is story and atmosphere, and then connecting to the characters. If I don't care about the characters, then I start getting bored with the game. And I'm like, who cares if you die? You're an idiot or whatever, right? But if I can connect with the characters, but the story is kind of weak and dumb, then it's like, okay, well, here's an awesome character going on some stupid adventure that means nothing, right? So yeah, it's like good book. It has to be both, I think, to make it solid. Yeah. Bram Stoker did an excellent job. Whether you agree with his take on the mythology or not, he did an excellent job of solid characters and an interesting storyline. And do not watch, I mean, you can watch it, but don't watch like the 1992 or whatever movie, like film, and expect to have it stay true to the book. It does kind of, but not. It has a lot of variance from it. I think this is probably the more likely choice to help them heal.
You should talk to your sister. Whatever happened when your mother died, The truth lies somewhere between your two versions.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologize.
Fine. Guess that was the wrong choice. Whatever. You're gonna be snotty that way, then be snotty.
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money, too?
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna lose, but...
Yes, here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well, thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
Alright, and then... Oh, new hint?
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
It's too bad the Paxtons don't apologize. Yeah. Yeah, she's solid. I like her too. I don't know if I know any of these actors or actresses. I mean, I don't think I've looked them up to see who they are. Like who does which voices.
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Okay. Well, it's unfortunate that I wasn't able to get that additional hint. Can't get all of them correct. Unfortunately. I mean, you can if you don't play blind. But if you play blind, obviously there's always going to be a chance you're going to guess wrong. Yeah, like you said, Somni, stiff upper lip. They're tough, and I appreciate that, but they won't admit that they were wrong to each other. That sounds like a bad policy. Sounds like you're asking to have not just misunderstandings, but serious relationship difficulties. Somewhere around here. What? How can I find out? Was it just inside? Is there a note here or something? I'm confused how I'm supposed to find out why the guy's hiding underneath when there's nothing here. So that will obviously go to another area. I would have expected at least something to be here. A note a blood spot on the ground, something that I would examine or read or whatever, and then learn more details. But it doesn't look like that's the case. It looks like there's actually nothing here. Well, okay, there's some money, but, you know. Not talking about money. See, it's right. Oh. Wait, what? Is it further down here? I have my back. The stall. Should be on like the front of this stall, right? Somewhere around this? Why can I not? I don't know. I cannot seem to access whatever it is I need to access here to learn more. J-Bound Grocery, bread, bacon, and whatever else. I mean, I get that the stall is run down. There's this stuff here is... Well, actually, this looks still okay. Carrots, potatoes, probably tomatoes, I would guess. Whatever. Brussels sprouts or something. Oh, is this it? Maybe this is why. Oh. This might be... Already been through here, though. Yeah, I don't know. Something this way, maybe? Lower Thames Banks. We have some pre-win there on both sides. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I do this other quest. Find out his stuff. I don't... But I do want, I think... to... That's just here, right? Off to the left? Yeah. There we go. And I think we're going to sleep now. Although I'm going to make a couple more blood vials for myself, I think. Possibly upgrade something, too, if I've got the stuff. Oh. Yeah. Pink Floyd. Well, yeah. Yeah, I should have enough of other stuff. Okay. So got a couple of those again. I'm 1 opium shy on that one. And I have treatment for migraine. So, okay. Oh, whoops. I didn't even think about upgrading other stuff. Yeah, hang on. Okay. So, decrease stamina consumption or increase blood absorption. I could do stamina this way. I think... One dragon bane. Wait, what? It says I have 0. What? How? Oh, because I've already done this one. Yeah, and I chose the blood absorption. Okay. This was selected, but then it like hovers over this. This should just not change because it looks, and it has upgrade too, as if I could or something, but you can't. Oh no, you can. But it's ore. Yeah, you don't want to do ore. Oh, we go from 106 to 148? But I need good handle parts. I have no idea who sells those. The only merchant in this area that I know of is... I don't remember her name, but the woman that's basically over the Wet Boot Boys, and she does gun parts. She doesn't do... So as far as I know, the only people... So let me think. At Pembroke Hospital, he does... So the guy that, like the guy that's outside that moves the bodies. I don't remember what you call that occupation. Anyway, that guy. The corpse mover, whatever. I don't remember what his name is either. Anyway, he's a cool guy too, but he does gun parts, I believe, also. So I need another merchant that will do these kinds of parts. So not yet on this. Adds 3 stun points when the weapon hits. I mean, it'd be worth it, I think. 10, 15 stun. For the rare times when I use it. So 15 stun. And then we add 3 stun points. So it's 18 stun. So it goes from 10 stun to 18 stun. That'd be good. Then it's like, instead of 5 hits or something, it's only like 2 or maybe 3 hits to stun a skull or something. Again, it's probably not the kind of thing I would use on a boss, but... don't really know if I want to use it, if I want to do anything with any of these others. This is so far ahead. 106 and then it'll jump to almost 150 next time I upgrade it. So I feel like, nah. So let's see. Breaks down to glass vial. Breaks down to rivets. Silver mirror, huh? Okay. Got it. Alright, well, I mean, I've got most of these, whatever they, like it breaks down into, for most of them, I've got a bunch of the components right now. So probably don't really need to worry about breaking any of this down. Except for maybe this. I don't have any rivets. I don't know what I need rivets for, though. So maybe at some point, but not right now. Oh, and then analyze these also. Yeah, there we go. That will give me regeneration serum. Oh, level 2. So 500 health points instantly. Then 300 over 15 seconds. This one's 300 over... See, I should have used some of this, too, because this is also health, but it's just not instant. Whereas this was blood. This regenerates health. So then I could heal when I'm really low, use this instead of using my blood healing. I have to remember to do that. Some of this stuff I'm kind of being silly not using. I really ought to use it more. All right, and then this give me stamina serum advanced. So one more here for the higher blood serum. All right. So I guess that's it for that, for crafting for now. I want the handles, but I don't have them right now. And then let's check our district stuff. Yeah, see, I need to find Enid Gillingham somewhere and heal her of whatever it is that's afflicting her. And then here, everybody is recovering. Here, nobody is ill, although she's still missing, i.e. screwed over by me. And then we've not been to this area yet. So, where's Enid? God dang it. Maybe we go back out and try to find Enid. I don't know if I'll be able to find her very quickly or not. Ideally, but...
This is despicable.
What is... It's somebody. It's a Prywin, like, effectively posing as if he were a skull or something, kind of hunched over. Probably trying to draw me out in one way or another. Skull, and then a couple of Prywin beyond, and then this is going to have... So here we go, 64. Okay. So now... That disappeared. What the... What? Then it shows up and then it goes away. Then it shows up and then it goes away. I'm so confused. How am I potentially going to fix this or whatever if...
Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that, Dr. Reed.
Oh, he might, maybe. I don't remember what he has.
Show me what you have to offer then, Mr. Nightingale.
Oh yeah, common handle. Tiny, I need good handle. I need good handles, though. I believe. Crud. That's not going to do it then. Yeah, see, I have 8 common handle parts. I need good handle parts is what I need. Well, shoot. Do you have anything else I could use? I'd like to help him out some, but I don't want to just throw money away either. Find some good parts, dude, and then we'll be good. But I don't... Common parts are not going to cut it for me. I wonder if there's a merchant that sells those, or if I have to find them.
I haven't seen young Sean around for a while.
Ah, she's down below. Okay. So it didn't take me very long to find her. That's good. I wasn't sure how long I was going to need to look, so...
I'm the one what should be grateful, my dear boy.
Looks like I might have to enter through a different door, though. Unless I missed, I don't know that I can get to her from up here. I mean, if this were reality, I could just bust those or whatever, but then she probably doesn't want me busting the boards on her roof either.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
Yeah, it's too bad I can't just ask him to go find me something. Say, hey, you got these common handle parts, bro. I could totally use good handle parts, so if you could find those, I am your man, buddy.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
Enid Gillingham's house, stable? What? She, like, had this whole neighborhood in her house or something? I'm guessing this stable is just a reflection of whatever the current district is, right? So if the district is not stable, then her place probably is also not stable. Although it does look, I mean, there's a wash basin and stuff here. It looks like she's been doing some kind of medical, I mean, you know, maybe first aid level or something, but some kind of help for some people. Interestingly. That's cool. All these people helping other people out. Rodney, I just heard what happened tonight. I ran to your house, but you were already gone. So now I'm writing this note. Is it true you killed him? I can't believe it. Why? What happened? I really need to talk to you now. Please find a way to contact me when you receive this message. Since I know you can be very cautious, and to prove to you this is not a trap, let's use a code when we meet. I'll whistle my name, Jack, in Morse code, and you'll whistle yours, okay? This way, you'll know it's really me. For now, it's a good thing you're hiding. The Wet Boot Boys are all over the neighborhood, claiming they will punish the man who murdered one of them. I'm sure we could make an arrangement to settle things once the heat dies down. Interesting. Oh. That is why he's down here. See, but it didn't point to this building. Like, what the... Okay, that's a little bit broken. Like, I had no idea it was in this building that you needed to... Alright, well. No. No. This one, there we go. Unfinished letter. Is that the one we just read? Yeah. Okay. Alright. So that's that. I want to give you something, but I don't know what your sickness is. Let's talk to you and see what you have.
So, Dr. Tippets, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
Still doesn't get that this is the first time they've met. That's all right, though. Headache. And I do have a treatment for it. Okay, great.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. Well, I would never say that to him, of course.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh, no. I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippets.
Just go with it. She's not going to think it's Dr. Reed. We'll just keep her thinking it's Dr. Tippets.
Enid, have you really no idea what happened to your son? No idea at all?
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
Enid sometimes confuses her son Jack and Martin Nightingale. She feels guilty about her son. Her son Jack was killed. I mean, I could just say that her son takes care of her, because Martin's just outside. He's the guy selling stuff. So I could just tell her that Jack takes care of her. So we don't, because I'm worried about the shock to her mental state if we tell her that Jack is dead. She already feels guilty about him, and she hasn't seen him for a while. Man, morally speaking, it's wrong to lie, but is it wrong to help somebody who's already mentally struggling anyway? to help alleviate some of their mental struggle by letting them, or yeah, like going along with what they think they know. I mean, as long as it's not something violence oriented, like you're encouraging sociopathy or something. If it's not something like that, I think it might be okay. Yeah, I think let's... Okay.
Jack takes good care of you, Miss Gillingham.
He does indeed. My Jack is the best son a mother could ask for.
Tell me, Enid, why do you feel guilty about your son?
I know I'm a burden to my Jack. I know my mind and my thoughts are drifting away. I'm so sorry. I can't help it.
This is not your doing, Miss Gillingham. You do not have to apologize for your condition.
Of course I don't, Doctor. I've done nothing wrong, I swear it. What exactly are we talking about here?
Yeah. I think I told you guys, right? I don't remember for sure, though. My grandmother, well, one of them, before she died, she was so out of it. She really, like, I could read to her from the Bible and it comforted her, and then we could just talk about some random stuff, but she wouldn't remember who I was or that I had been there for an hour already or whatever. She would always just forget. It was pretty sad, actually.
Do you require medical attention, miss?
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippett. I must confess I haven't felt that well of late.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
All right, I think we're going to leave her. I don't think there's anything else to
Goodbye,
ask her.
Miss Gillingham.
Okay. So I think now that she's recovering, so everybody should be basically on their way to healthiness. I think we then go back to the hideout. And I will sleep, spend experience, and then I think we'll call it. I'm pretty sure though, right? So now every person in here is being healed who was sick. Everybody here is recovering who was sick. Here, nobody is indicated as sick currently. Yeah, so I think we're good. All right. So yeah, it's rough. All right, Monmouth, thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's go ahead and do this really fast before I officially get off the stream. All right. 3,300 experience. Yeah, I'm not all that efficient in my autophagy. I could do that so that I heal more easily or more effectively. Shadow Mist is only level 1. What do I need for... Oh, it's 2,000 though to increase Shadow Mist. Which is not necessarily a reason to not do it. I just want to check my other things. So if I do, let's see, this is 250 healing. Greater regeneration. Okay. Or so you trade more blood to heal yourself instantly. I don't like that. Because it's not super slow healing myself up anyway. I don't... There probably is a point at some place in the game where that's useful, but I don't feel like I want to do that. So trade instant health. So heals 200, heals 250, heals 200, but then you get 100 health regeneration. So you're getting 300 overall. Or more blood. So this costs 25 versus 10, 15. Yeah, I don't know if I like the... That's kind of a jump in cost. That's also 2,000. My next level, my ultimate is next level. 14, so I can't do it right now. I think the exclamation just mean there it's something I can level, right? I think is what that's saying. I can carry 3 syringes if I do this. 4 serums, 5 serums. Wow, these are pretty cheap too. All right, so I do... so let's do up to 3,000 on other stuff, and then we'll go from there. So this is more stamina, so I don't run out of stamina as fast. Increase blood capacity, blood absorption. I don't think I want to bother increasing these probably for the rest of the game. Okay, I think we're going to increase autophagy to level 3. Okay. And that's level 18 next time, so I can't do it now. And then... plus 300 health, or I think I need to increase the stamina, honestly. But I've already got this. Oh, so it's 1,000 is the next one? Oh. But I have 1,300, right? So I could do this and then I could do one. Yeah. So I'll do one of these. And then I'm going to do carry an extra syringe. All right. And I think we're good. Shadow Veil. So I really need to save this for one, a point where I'm like really desperate in combat, or two, where I'm nearing the end of a combat, maybe it's kind of a finishing move or something. All right. Anyway, let's confirm. Now we're gonna see who all gets sick. Portrait of the Sad Saint. If you've ever lived near the docks of East End, you must know who Sean Patrick Hampton is, and if not, you might have heard of him. His name is starting to spread through the entire capital, and the song it sings is one of hope. Sean is the humble founder of the Hampton Asylum, an establishment that he built with his own hands and convictions. The building, an abandoned warehouse gracefully donated by the Dawson family, then renovated and transformed into what is now the most famous asylum in London. The poor and hungry are welcome under his roof, and with him he shares his food, his care, and his prayers. Sean Hampton came from a background of misery, but the hardships of life did not disfigure or maim his profound trust in the Lord. If anything, the faithful man gained an acute empathy in exchange for the torments of poverty. His love of others is renowned throughout the docks. Rare are those who didn't witness Sean cry at the sight of an infirm veteran, an orphan child, or a sick mother. That's how he gained his nickname, the Sad Saint of the East End. Sean Hampton is so respected that people will stay in his shelter even after the Sad Saint contracted a mysterious disease which forces him to rest a lot and take his meals away from his flock, while in some other parts of London, people step back as soon as someone coughs in public. Men and women accept to eat and sleep in the Hampton Asylum. It's the safest place in the East End docks. The building looks dirty. The stench around the place is awful for a delicate soul. But there is hope and love there, and the death toll has been low and stable for days. E.W. I think that means we made the good choice. I think that means he actually did not go crazy and kill everybody. I think. Actions have impacted the borough's economy. Choice concerning the community pillar have been reported by the press. Yep. All right, so nice. I like it. Okay. And then here. All of these people. So now we just have 2 illnesses. Actions have impacted the borough's economy. And this is in serious condition, yep. But not critical. And if I continue to do stuff, like if I do business in this area with people, that'll probably improve things as well, right? If it improves the economy, for example. So I need at some point to go back to Whitechapel and buy stuff just so I can help out the state of the place. And I need to take Loretta treatment for a cold. Okay, so she needs treatment for cold. 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 I need 3 treatments for cold. Okay. All right. Western Docks. Healthy status. Woohoo! I made a good choice, not a stupid choice. Yay! Go me. Okay. All right. Let's... Yep. All right. So... that is going to do it. Okay, so tomorrow night, as a reminder, we will be doing more still life. So if that's your jam, or you're even just interested, even if it's not your jam, then that's what we'll be doing then. And then Sunday, we'll be doing more Book of Unwritten Tales. So if you have missed any of that at all and you want to get caught up for this coming Sunday, obviously you can do that as well. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you guys being on and supporting me. And I will talk to you guys soon. Like I said, I should have the next part of We Happy Few up late tonight, early tomorrow morning, and the next part of The Last of Us 2 up maybe tomorrow afternoon, early evening, and then Elix Sunday. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Till then, peace.
My spider.
It's free.
freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.